teams have really gotten hip to the idea that we need to rest our star players as much as possible. So efficiency with the work that they do, I think, is the most important thing. Star guys who get into practice and are on the court for 50 minutes to an hour every day so that there's a rhythm that they can keep and the teammates can keep up along with them on the floor. That's what's about for those guys. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Outside for Curry. Down low. Here's Finney Smith. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. To the middle. Here's Leonard. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And this is who he has become. Leonard, with the great body control, takes the hit and still able to sink the shot and one.
And even though he's been nagged by injury for a few years, Brent, Kawhi is still a top two-way threat when he's healthy.
Well, the fact that Kawhi Leonard could move on from San Antonio, get to that Toronto team that needed just an extra push to do something in the Eastern Conference, especially with the absence of LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard absolutely dominated last year's playoffs and took Toronto to a championship. And now, for the first time, he's had the choice to continue his career somewhere. He's going to do that back home in Los Angeles for the Clippers.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Doncic. Over George. It's hauled in by Zubac. Quick start here for the Clippers in this one. It's a 5-point game. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, good defensive game plan and then carrying it out for 48 minutes. That really helped them out in that last game.
Offensive rebound. The Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Outside Curry. Porzingis. A 14-point game for him in the win against Golden State.
The other part of his game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's favor.
Here's Beverly following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Pass to George. Shoots over Doncic. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And he recovers it.
Let this be a reminder, when you're going up for a shot, it's always important to know where Kawhi Leonard may be lurking.
Now here's Leonard. 17 points in his last outing. Here's George. Got a piece of it. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Zubac.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. So it's the Mavericks now, after the basket by Los Angeles. Powell with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Curry with the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now the pass to Beverly. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Beverly's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
And down.
Look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Doncic kicks to Powell. Pass to Doncic. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from George.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 9 points. Passes it to Finney Smith. Pass DePaul. There's the three. He doesn't hit that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Beverly's got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Tremendous amount of excitement around the Clippers right now, and why not? 2 elite players that can play both sides of the floor. They were already talented and scrappy. You just wonder if this group, with some of the additions and subtractions, can come together in the same way that last year's group showed the type of cohesion that a team that wants to perform at elite levels needs to do.
Now here's Beverly. 14 points from him the last game against Boston.
The other part of his game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's favor.
Here's Zubac. Harkless. They get it back. George against Doncic. And here's Beverly. He's got 6. He kicks to Harkless. Now here's George. Fires from the line. Powell pulls it in. And Brent, over the last few years, the Clippers have had to replace true stars.
It's pretty amazing with Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, and Blake Griffin not being in Clipper uniforms, how the organization has turned it around in such a short span to have the opportunity that it has in front of them now to go further than what those 3 guys provided for so many years in Los Angeles.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Dallas calls timeout. They
Factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And going back to him being second in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader.
Well, this is where his perimeter game just becomes dangerous for the opposition. Your defense extends out, and he can still bury those shots.
Now here's Beverly. 6 points for him. And yes, it's good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Curry kicks to Finney-Smith. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Stellar anticipation by Leonard to create the fast break opportunity. That's why he's a perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
Here's Curry. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Doncic against George. Kleba, the pass to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Leonard. The shot by Curry, no good.
And that's how you want to see defense played. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now Leonard, following the Porzingis miss from deep. Curry against Beverly. He's looking for Harrell and finds him. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Curry passes to Kleba. Over George. From down in the low post, it goes.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The feed now to Beverly. Back to Harkless. George trying to break free. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we doing,
popcorn, right
and the
next to it.
popcorn,
Hot
what
dog
else,
and
Kevin?
then the popcorn.
Yeah,
right there.
nachos?
I love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else could we go with there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
that's
right?
a big one.
Because when you've done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel bad about it.
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else
All a
with that?
part of the whole conversation.
I think we covered it.
And he can't get the first one. A different look for Dallas. Jackson, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Luka Doncic. And it's DeLon Wright in for Seth Curry. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot
which is everything shooting, free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit, like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
Outside Williams. The pass to Harrell. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Mavericks trail by 6. Now Hardaway against Golden State. He was really on his game. Here's Mann, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Well, because he scores so often, Williams draws defensive attention. Coaches change some coverages, which in turn open up some passing opportunities.
Now here's Wright. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Mann. Guarded by Hardaway. Kicks it to Harrell. On the wing, Williams. Takes a 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Dallas is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Wright, the pass to Kleba. Back to Wright. And the rejection by Harrell. Mann guarded by Wright. Williams passes to Mann. Goes up to the stripe. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Hardaway from outside. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Clippers leading by 8. Here's Mann. That's tipped. Here's Jackson, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Dallas shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Jalen Brunson. He's checked in for Porzingis. Both free throws good from Jackson. 1:16 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Mann. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Oh, check out the handles. They're nasty. Spin move. Had his man grab it for air.
Wright finds Hardaway. No good. Great D that time from Harrell. Los Angeles leading by 8. Williams attacking. Misses from short range.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Jackson gets the bucket.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Man passes to Harrell. On the wing, Williams. For the three. Kleba with the rebound. Kleba's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's Hardaway with the drive. That one goes. Counted. And now it's just a 4-point Clipper lead. Williams with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
We've got Jalen Brunson. Hardaway is out there with Jackson. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Kleba in at the 5. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. 4-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. Man passes to Williams. Here's Harrell. There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. When the shot's going up, it's fun to watch the way that Montrezl Harrell will attack a rebound, crucial to this offense and his production.
Kleba, the pass to Hardaway. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Green. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Leonard's checked in. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Green finds Williams. Great communication on the alley-oop.
He's so dangerous, and he's also efficient with his offensive game. Leonard right now having a tremendous offensive night.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out-recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Clippers leading by 6. Williams inside, guarded by Wright. Shots good by Williams. Williams has got his first bucket of the night. The Mavericks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Pass to Jackson. Now here's Wright. Outside Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Harrell's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
To the paint, here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Just a level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
Wright looking around. Softly drops in the floater.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Clippers leading by 8. Right side, Williams. And that one is good. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
Delicate with the floater. They're up over the top. It's like Lou Williams has shot that one before, Kevin.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Brunson. "17-foot shot on the way." That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Passes it to Williams. Now here's Leonard, guarded by Wright. Puts one up from 19. Again, Los Angeles.
And that's usually a solid strategy. Get the ball into Leonard's capable, large hands and let him go to work.
Outside Jackson. Wright against Williams. Wright dishes to Hardaway. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. From 13. The shot comes out. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Sometimes when a shooter misses a wide open shot, Brent, you hear, "Oh, he had too much time." I mean, is that really a thing?
I mean, in life, do we really have too? You never have too much time.
Never have too much time.
You can never have too much time.
I think about Marc Gasol, like in the finals and the playoffs last year. He would sit there and no one would even be around him.
And he's tiptoeing like, do I shoot? Do I shoot? I think it messes with you just in terms of the psychological part about like,
it's got
why,
to. It's
why
got
isn't
to.
anybody guarding me here? Well, if you're a bad shooter, there's a really good reason why they're not guarding you.
A different look for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. Luka Doncic comes in for Wright. And it's Seth Curry in for Jalen Brunson. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Now, here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Doncic against Harrell. Here's Finney-Smith. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That'll be his second foul of the game. Dallas making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. Here's the Clippers. They're on a 12-3 run right now. From deep, George. Here's Zubac. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
Beverly against Curry. Shoots. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Porzingis with the steal. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Rebound by the Clippers. They've led by as many as 14 points.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Powell kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul it.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
First one falls for him. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now here's Leonard. 17 points in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Dallas on defense. They trail by 9 points. Beverly looking around. 5 on the clock. Zubac, bounce pass. Can they get it? Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. George has got his first 2 points.
That's just a good-looking shot from Paul George. Gets it right into
League-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. Now, here's Doncic. 35 points for him last game against Golden State.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
And Montrezl Harrell, Brent, beloved in the locker room.
Well, he's beloved because every night when you go out on the floor with him, you know what you're going to get. A guy who is incredibly competitive, passionate, knows his role, and plays with a physical presence that he doesn't shy away from anybody that's on the floor. That's infectious.
Here's Curry. The Clippers getting the bucket. The shot off that time.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And it's Leonard missing.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
And Doncic, here we go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game that Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
That one is no good. Clippers leading by 10. And here's Beverly. He's got 10. And the pass to Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Beverly for 3. Porzingis with the rebound. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Finney Smith passes to Curry. They get a hand on it. Pass to Doncic. Over George. Doncic, no good.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
And here is Doncic. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And that one, good. Beverly's got 12 points in the game.
Good route there from Beverly in transition. So quick and then really decisive on his line to the basket.
Passes to Finney-Smith. Doncic against George. Shot clock at 5. Here's Porzingis, and he can't bank that one in. Here's Leonard. Tries again. Makes it off the glass. Leonard's got 22 points.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. 1:29 left here in the second. Here's Kleba. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Porzingis trying to get free. Dallas, no good that time either.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Doncic outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. There's 57 seconds left in the first half. Back to Doncic. Sinks the three-pointer. Doncic has got 8 points in the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Beverly against Curry. Great D that time from Curry. Mavericks trailed by 14. Doncic outside. And there's the pass to Porzingis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Beverly. And it's no good. Third time he's missed in 9 shot attempts. Now, here's Doncic. The tray doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Mavericks trail by 14. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for the Clippers right now, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Mo Harkless. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the two-guard spot.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Now here's Porzingis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
The Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Signed him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
The first free throw is good.
Well, so much of the last few seasons have been lost time for Kristaps Porzingis. That ACL injury and then working back from it in the 2019 campaign. Never an easy road to start him.
Both free throws good for Porzingis. Greg, with all the time that Porzingis has missed, it's easy to forget just how dominant he is when he's healthy.
KP is one of the few game-changing talents in our league. He can carry an offense and boost an entire team's defense with his presence on the floor.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both.
Well, a big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Curry outside, trains the three-pointer. Curry's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Here's George. It's rebounded by Dallas. Powell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Curry. He kicks it to Doncic. Outside Porzingis. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Knocked loose.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Pass to Powell. Outside Curry. Dallas moving the ball around. Doncic outside. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Well, Beverly showing off some handle there. You got a little bit of room, and he didn't disappoint with his decision-making there.
Doncic outside. Back to Curry. On the wing, Doncic. Over George. And it's sent back by George.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Mavericks. Wright comes in for Seth Curry. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Outside, Porzingis, and that's going to be a travel. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Friday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And looking at the Grizzlies matchup, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Now, Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
And Wright kicks to Porzingis. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And again, Dallas turns it over. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at the Clippers. So far, they've got the 4th best record in the conference. And, of course, there's Dallas, right on their tail, vying to move up and take over if they get the chance.
You know, for Los Angeles, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for it.
Jackson comes in for Porzingis, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And the Clippers making a switch here. Now here's Wright. Over to the left wing. Here's Brunson. Banked in off the glass.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Outside, George. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Wright outside. Outside Jackson. Outside Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wright. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wright's got 6.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Powell with the steal. And that one's good. Wright.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now here's Green. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside Williams. Sweet little floater. And the Clippers lead by 18.
Although he's a little bit smaller, Lou Williams does not deter himself from getting inside and scoring over the top of the trees.
Here's Wright. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Pass to Williams. Good D by Hardaway.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
Here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
And there it is for him.
Well, Paul George concentrating through the contact and making sure he had a shooting window open.
Right outside. Back to Brunson. All alone. And that one hits back iron.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time. 2 years ago, Paul George and his curious travels about where he was going to land in terms of free agency made his way back to Oklahoma City. And a lot of people were wondering why he made that choice. Then a year later, at the behest of Kawhi Leonard, a trade goes down where Paul George ends up back in Los Angeles with the Clippers. You talk about a two-way threat along with Kawhi Leonard. What an unbelievable wing combination the Clippers have with these two.
And the first one drops. And with George last year, easily his best season as a pro in every measurable way.
You wonder in the next couple of seasons here, Kevin, if we're going to see the best of Paul George. Again, coming off that gruesome leg injury, him finding his form last year for Oklahoma City. A lot of talk about even Paul George being considered as an MVP candidate, and rightly so. Now back in Los Angeles with Kawhi Leonard. What a terrific duo they have.
And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
Took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding a trade. Came together quickly and caused a major power shift in the West.
Green dishes to George. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
One shot.
Free throw good, Paul George.
Think about Paul George in his second year in the NBA being named the most improved player. He's just gotten better from that point. And you don't have to win an award every year to prove it.
Paul George with the steal. And then George with the jam.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Right against Williams. With the floater. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Now here's Harrell. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. From deep, George. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Now, Wright. 14 points for him. There's Jackson with the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Good on the bucket. 8 points for Williams.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Here's Wright, and Brunson has it in the corner. His three-pointer's off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 21. And George, here we go. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And let's use this break to bring up the top scoring teams in the league so far this season. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. 5th, the Mavericks.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Right, the pass to Hardaway. From outside, off the mark.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
14 feet away. And is Harrell missing?
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now, here's George. Tim Hardaway unable to get his last shot to go.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Kleba. Right outside. Brunson with it. Pass to Kleba. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Mavericks have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. First free throw is good. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Jackson. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Doncic is checked in for DeLon Wright. And it's Seth Curry in for Jalen Brunson. Both shots good from the stripe.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
The pass to Zubac. The dish to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. To the inside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Outside, Porzingis. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot in his offensive game now.
That's his second personal foul.
.127 left in the third quarter. Here's Beverly. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Beverly's got 18 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Doncic passes to Kleba. Inside, here's Curry. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Curry's got his second basket of the night. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Zubac. Kicks it to Leonard. Passes it to Beverly. Clock at 6. And the shot is good. And that's now 30 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Curry. He has 5. And here is Doncic. Over Williams. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got 7 rebounds in the game.
A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys.
Here's Williams. And he makes good on the layup. He's got 10.
Well, even when you get physical with Lou Williams, he'll use that against you. Keeps his balance that time.
And so it's the Los Angeles as we get going in quarter number 4. And the Clippers have possession. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Lee. And it's Barea in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. It's good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
He kicks it to Doncic. Beverly against Barea. Over Beverly. Barea, no good.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
Now here's Beverly. 5 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in. Beverly's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Bounce pass Barea. Here's Doncic. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. And that's now 10 points for Luka Doncic.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Here's Magruder. Count it, good. Magruder's got his first points of the night.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Lee finds Doncic. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James whose $35 million contract might be worth $100.
I always thought about Jordan, too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. And he's good on the second. Now here's Beverly. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Magruder, covered by Lee. Kept alive. Here's Zubats. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Zubats. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
And here is Zubats after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. Zubats kicks to Beverly. 4 on the shot clock. Magruder passes to Patterson, but they recover it. Knocks it loose. Here's Magruder, covered by Lee. Pass to Beverly. Shoots the 3. Nice D from Doncic. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Goes up the baseline, and another basket for Dallas.
And really, Doncic can score from any area. His arsenal is very impressive.
Beverly, the pass to Patterson. Here's Robinson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And bird right's an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if a player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
And he makes the first but misses the second. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Lee passes to Doncic. Now Barea. Back to Doncic. There's the pass to Marjanovic. Dishes it to Lee. From past the arc. And it's Kabengele with the rebound. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Pass to Magruder. Robinson with it. Floats one. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Patterson can't get it to go.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Doncic, no good. LA has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Beverly dishes to Robinson. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches?
No, it can't be.
Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game.
Yeah.
Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. Quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that.
Here's Robinson. After Luka Doncic's bucket, passes it to Patterson. He dishes it to Beverly. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
A different look for Dallas. Jackson, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Courtney Lee. And it's Wright in for J.J. Barea. George against Doncic. Doncic with the steal, and Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got 6 rebounds in the game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly is going to come at you every night, just an inspiring player that way, and daring the defense to get physical with him on that play.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and the competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that at high school. They play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. Harkless tips it back in. Harkless has got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Pass to Powell. Hardaway kicks to Wright. In the corner, Powell with it. That one rolling around and rims out.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
George is not settling for low percentage plays right now. He's putting the defense in a really tough position.
Now here is Hardaway. The pass to Doncic. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Doncic has got 19 points.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Pass to Leonard. Good on the shot. Leonard's got 10 points here in the second half.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Now, Wright passes it to Doncic. The 15-footer, good. He's got 21.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Beverly against Wright. Beverly up top. Green takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Wright against Beverly. Doncic outside. But how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react there like, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I try to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. And it goes down 2 points.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Clippers leading by 23. Beverly the pass to Green. Kicks to Leonard. Right against Beverly. Pass to Harkless. 6 to shoot. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Justin Jackson. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Seth Curry in for Wright. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in for JaMychal Green.
One shot.
The free throw off from Harkless. And when it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
So you're saying, GA, that he's out there right now protesting in some form or fashion?
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
And the pass to Magruder. Now Patterson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Porzingis.
Well, Patrick Patterson had some great years where he showed his three-point shooting prowess, but if he can get down into the post and score there as well, it's another option for their offense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for the
I'd like
NBA.
to see more, actually.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Clippers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Leonard.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and that was a big difference maker, intimidating the other team.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Man passes to Patterson. Porzingis with the block. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Mavericks ball. Dwight Powell.
And so it's Barea with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Brunson finds Barea. Lets a floater go. And he lays it up and in.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Man passes to Robinson. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send